Hello, hello, and welcome back to the League of Europe podcast. This is interview number three, I think. If I'm not, it's three, yeah. If I'm not mistaken, and glad to be back again. And I'm glad to say, not alone once again. I've got the Scottish man of Daka or Dan. If you want to give a quick hello.
Hello, everybody, and yet again, I think we have a great show in store for you here today. Of course, the first two went very well, and this one should be no different. Very much looking forward to this one with our special guest coming up. I think you guys are going to enjoy this one.
Yep, this man doesn't need an introduction, but I'm gonna give it to him anyway. He's the most. I think he's the most successful man in League of Europe history, with the most wins, most podiums, most points, yada yada yada, most championships as well. If you haven't guessed who it is by now, I'd be very concerned. It's NSX Montana. How you doing, man?
Good evening. Thanks for having me on. That was a really nice introduction. Way nicer than the things you said before the podcast. But yeah, thank you.
Just for context, we're filming this directly after the teams and drivers reveal for all the divisions. Gary, he said something. We won't go into much more detail than that, but yeah.
Don't worry, I'm gonna make it up in this podcast. It's fine. But yeah, like I just said in the introduction there, you have, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you have the most wins, podiums, all that stuff. How are you so consistent in a division like Division One? Like, it's so tight at the front. How do you manage to perform to that top level every single week?
Two things, I think. Experience, of course. Racing since almost 4 years now.
Wow.
So, gotta be that, and also practice. As boring as it is.
You can
Oh, well,
never have too much practice, I don't think.
Yes.
Yeah, certainly. You've obviously had so many great achievements. You've also, not so much in season 2, but definitely seasons 3 and 4, you've had quite a lot of competition from some other very top drivers. Just to touch on those guys quickly, who would you say is the fastest driver you've ever raced against in LOE, and why is it Daka?
I want to say Gary,
Why are
actually.
we laughing?
Yes, he's gonna say me. He's gonna say me.
It must be Alphatrix, at least from a full season perspective. This season, obviously, Connor is gonna be here as well, but I think it's Alphatrix. His pace on some tracks is just insane, or was insane at least 2 seasons ago and last season as well. So it must be him. Come on, yeah.
Do you reckon you could take him on?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I agree with it. I'm not even just saying this, but I think Montana beats Lewis. I don't think Lewis is. Previous game, I think it's a different story, but this game, I think Montana is way and above Lewis. I hope Lewis is listening to this. He probably isn't, but I hope he is. But
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll see.
go.
He might feel threatened by you, and he's seeing you on a podcast, so he wants to maybe learn some secrets off you or something. I don't know, but so there's a good chance he's listening in. So yeah, if you are listening, Lewis, please come back. We've been missing you here, and we'd love you to get back in and put on a show for us. Unlikely as it may be, but yeah, we can dream.
It would be quite fun to see him get beaten by Montana, Alphatrix, and Connor. But yeah, this ain't Lewis's podcast. This is Montana's podcast. You said there you've been league racing for 4 years. Was it 4 years? You said, yeah.
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
Yeah. When you first got into it, like, I don't think you were as good as this. Probably were you realistically, or like, did you always have the pace? Like, were you always the guy at the front winning all the races?
I think it went quite quickly to the front. Yes, like the first few races, like 5-6 races, were on the pad, obviously.
Yeah.
Then thought, yeah, let's go for a wheel. And after a couple of weeks, I was already getting the kind of sense on what is quick on a racing game, based on different factors in the past, I think. So I think it was quite quick, and then obviously in smaller leagues, dominating them a bit, which helped getting used to league races, the pressure, how to dominate a race, how to win a race. So yeah, just upped the leagues from that, getting more competitive. But it didn't take that long. It was just about finding the mechanical stuff and getting used to a game.
Yeah, and obviously you raced for quite a while before you joined League of Europe. What made you stumble across LOE? Did you learn it from someone else? Did you just find it on your own? And what convinced you that you wanted to dive into it and race? I'm sure you expected to race in the top division of the league, but what kind of drawn you towards LOE?
That's actually a good question. I've got absolutely no clue. I think I got messaged from LOE, and I'm always open to new leagues messaging me because I obviously want to win as many leagues as possible. So I think it was just the curiosity that got me in here, and probably someone messaging me on PlayStation or Discord, or some guy I drove in with another league could have invited me, but not 100% sure anymore.
Yeah, I can't remember how you got in here either. Yeah, I can't remember. I really can't.
It's amazing just looking at a league and like, yeah, that's another one I can win. I'll have that.
It is like that.
It must be a weird feeling, like going into a league and be like, yeah, I'm going to win this. I've never felt like that ever in my life.
It's a good feeling, a good challenge, just knowing new people, new league. I want to win this, so I can tick it off. Yeah.
So you just want to be as many leagues as possible to show that you are the best. Basically, that's what you're trying to do, isn't it?
Yeah, but not show to everybody that I'm the best. Show to myself I'm the best, probably. Yeah.
Oh, I like that mentality.
Fuck, but yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I had a question there. Oh my god, what was the question? No, I had a really good. I had a really good question for you. I will come back to it. I can't remember, but I've had a really bad brain fart. But yeah, I will come back to that when it comes back to my head. But anyway, just like we'll move away from F1 for a little bit while my brain tries to compute. Outside of F1, of course, in the LOE Discord, you like to show pictures of your cat. Have you got any other hobbies? I think I remember asking you before. I think you got like for hobby in photography, if I'm not mistaken. But like, is there anything else you're doing outside of F1? Like, are you studying? Anything like that?
Well, let's say I had other hobbies, but I think F1
well,
kind of took over that.
That's very true.
Yeah, was into music a long time, guitar playing, bass playing. Photography still a little thing if I get a chance to. Obviously the cat is also quite nice. And I kind of like use the photography for the cat as well, so 2 in 1. And yeah, working a full-time job, so no studying left.
Do you mind what do you work as? Sorry.
I actually work as a salesman.
Ooh.
So
we got another
now
market.
You know why
here.
I'm so good at Monopoly. But...
I've heard about these Monopoly games. Sake, I wouldn't get in a game of Monopoly with you anyway.
I mean, yeah, we'll see if we can maybe organize something to go along with that. I guess we'll keep it maybe back to a more Formula One based thing. Is that what was the first memory that you have? Because obviously we've all got into the sport at some point. That's how we all ended up here. So what was your first memory of watching real life Formula One, and how did you get engaged into it?
Okay, first memory. I think I just grew up watching the races. I think I remember something between Schumacher and Alonso. I think the first real race I remember was when Jenson Button won in Hungary.
Yeah.
2006, 5,
2006.
like
yeah.
And Alonso lost his real wheel. I was cheering about that, I think I remember. And then I just got into it by watching races and kind of getting hooked on it. Have some people in my family that like cars as well, so pretty good link there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing you're not an Alonso fan anyway then.
I don't mind him anymore.
Anymore. So you did. Do you have a favorite F1 driver? Because F1, Swiss drivers. I don't think there's ever been a Swiss driver, has there really?
Oh, there has.
There has. Oh, there has. Oh, yeah, but they haven't been very good, have they?
Romain Grosjean is Swiss, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Actually, he was born in Swiss, but
I don't
okay.
Favorite driver at the moment probably George Russell, but all time gonna be Clay Regazzoni or someone, also Swiss.
Oh yeah.
Well then. I have remembered my question that I was going to ask.
Yes, come on.
It's a great question. Of course, I don't want to say you get hate, but people try to diminish what you've achieved with like ABS and assists,
go.
yada yada yada. Like I personally, I don't have an issue if someone wants to use an assist, they can do it. If someone's got a problem with it, then that's their problem, not the person using the assist. But have you ever been interested in like maybe like doing something like the Challenger series or anything like that, or are you just happy where you're at the moment in League Racing?
I'm happy where I am. I think I realized that I can't make it without ABS. As silly as it sounds, you might think, or people might think, it's just a thing of practice. But I think I've spent 120 hours or something practicing no ABS in the last and this game and the game before.
Oh my god!
Just no chance, no chance. I just can't get used to it. It's not suiting my driving style at all, and it just all falls apart from corner entry to corner exit. So. I like watching races. I like comparing my pace to the esports guys, and I think I would have a place in esports if ABS was allowed. But I think that's not going to happen. So I'm happy with winning races, and probably also better for the motivation that you're not driving for money or stuff like that, just for pleasure and as I said, proving myself what I can do or what I can push myself to.
Cool. Just like a quick follow up on that question. Does it like bother you when people try and say, "Oh, you're only doing this or you're only winning because of ABS, because of line"?
Yes and no. Actually, I know that I'm not only winning it because of ABS.
Yeah.
Because then other people would be quite shit at other things. And I think sometimes it bothers me a bit when people say, "Oh, well, ABS OP" or something like that. When I think it's just a factor of I practice the most of everyone, so. I know that it's more to other things than just ABS. I think ABS is just a part of it, but I don't really mind it anymore. I got used to it.
And just maybe not just LOE, but just as a whole, you I've saw you've posted onto your YouTube channel some overtaking montages. You're very good at.
Yes, I was gonna bring this up.
I don't appreciate that a few of the overtakes in it are some examples of you absolutely embarrassing me. But what would you say though is the best overtake you've ever made in a league race and the one that you're most proud of? Get you thinking here.
I think it's gonna be a tie between the one on Verstappen when he did his first race, Austria and the wet.
Yeah.
Last lap.
My last ever podium.
And out of the corner. I think that one was really good, but I think it might also be the Alpha Tricks one in Italy last season.
Yes.
I just love that outside-inside move. It's
I was gonna say you do that an awful. Yeah, that is literally. I think people call it. Like in practice, they'd be like, "Oh, I'm doing the Montana move,"
Yes.
where you just like it's. Like I do it, I take the other person out in front of me. Like I don't know how you can do that under that pressure. Like someone like that one move on Alpha Tricks is ridiculous. Like you're literally on the grass and everything. Like I don't know how you do something like that.
Yeah, ABS. No, it's just I don't know. I like the fun of overtaking. I think a part of it is watching back streams. I watch back streams so much. Sounds arrogant as well. Fuck's sake. But I just want to like say, "Oh, that was a good one," instead of just I don't know a normal move or something. Obviously, when it's just stupid, it's not worth it. But I just like to have some spectacle, and it's also a move that seems to work, and people still fall for it.
Yeah, I'm surprised people still fall for it. To be honest,
Yeah,
given
but
how
if
often
they
you do it.
defend the inside line too much, I can go around the outside.
Yeah,
So I'm just in their heads.
Rent free.
Rent free, yeah. But I was like, what I was gonna say. I'm having a really bad day today, boys. I keep forgetting what I was gonna say.
Oh no.
I don't know if this has been asked already. I hope it hasn't. But you've won League of Europe 2 times already. You are the first driver ever in League of Europe for the 5 seasons that we've done so far to win 2 championships. Like, do you feel like almost like proud you're the first person to do that? Like you're gonna, I don't know if you know this or not, but if you win Austria, you'll be the first driver ever to reach 1,000 points in LOE. You will exactly hit 1,000 points if you win Austria this week.
Well, I won't win Austria, so that's that. Proud? I think I'm more proud of winning last season. The first season was kind of.
Yeah.
Actually, it was good. I had some good races, but people just got annoyed or scared or whatever and pissed off. And then new ones came back which were quick.
To be fair, I think your closest challenger in the championship for most of that season was Neo Luigi. I think, no offense, but
I think you won 13 races last season, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, he only lost 5, I think.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I think it's not that much being proud of 2 season wins. It's more about last season. That was really something I worked for and wanted to win so much.
And you're ready to do it again.
Probably not.
So, is this you saying my prediction of you not winning the championships right?
Yeah. Well, I said the exact same thing last season. I like doing that.
Do you like taking pressure off yourself?
No, I like pressure, but I like just having the mindset of being pessimistic. So if it doesn't go well, you expected it. If it goes well, you're even more surprised positively.
Cool.
Yeah, I tried that. Didn't really work that well, to be honest.
It only works for the elite drivers, apparently.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? It's like the man with 23 wins, whatever it is, can not crack under pressure. But just like going back into your pastimes, I'll say about your normal life, should I say? Oh, I guess whatever it is. What is normal these days, really? Like nothing. You say you do salesman, or what? You say you're a salesman, yeah?
Yeah.
What exactly do you sell? I don't have a clue about anything like this.
Yeah, it's a mobile phone contract company thing.
Okay. You're the person ringing me that I need to upgrade my mobile plan, is it? Is that you?
Also, we also do that, but mostly in a store based there. So.
Oh, okay, right. I get you. So you work in a store then? Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
So that, yeah.
Do you enjoy it? Is that like you want to like?
I don't know. I like having contact with people and being nice to people, but in our job you have to rip off people. So I feel guilty all the time. But otherwise I would like it, yeah. Especially because I'm a tech freak. If you can't tell by the F1 games and stuff.
You might be in the wrong job then, to be honest, if you don't like ripping off people.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably.
Is that like something you have, like you see, not like maybe not as a salesperson, but like in tech? Is that something you see in the future? Is that something you'd like to be a part of, or like work in, or like just open to everything?
Yeah, maybe not too much IT stuff in that way. Just maybe for companies doing different things. But I think it's just gonna be. It comes how it comes.
Yeah, just see how it goes. Well, with COVID, who knows what's gonna come? Really?
Oh god.
Yeah, can't say anything.
Yeah.
But, what did you study actually before you went into like working as a salesperson? Like, what did you go through at school, and like how could you use that maybe to go into other areas of tech maybe in the future?
Oh god, the Swiss school system is so complicated to explain. I went onto a higher, I don't know what it's called, almost like a university, but it's just a step below.
Yeah, we have something like that here. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
A couple of years there, just in all directions, a bit of economy stuff as well. Then working in a normal, like, office job kind of thing for 1.5 years, and then just slipping into sales. It was a strange path I took, some twists and turns, but I got here. And in Switzerland, you don't really have to study stuff to get into something. You can just do courses for like a year or something, and you're pretty much open where you want to go.
Might have to go to Switzerland, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a move. Well, maybe not now, but
well, even now I'd be tempted to go to Switzerland. Sounds a lot easier than what we have to deal with here in England, and I'm not in England, Jesus. In Ireland and Scotland and whatever.
Why are you backstabbing your own people?
Jesus, I can't believe I said that. I can't believe those words came out of my mouth. But yeah, just like back to F1 now. I think you have the most aggressive. I don't know what it is, but I think anytime I see you on board, you have like the most aggressive driving style of it. Like you look like a young Alonso, the way you yank the steering wheel.
Don't say that.
He probably doesn't like me saying that, but like I can imagine you sitting there just like turning the wheel like really aggressively. You do that like because on track anyway, it looks like you're really aggressive on track, like the way you drive. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think I always have to be like in control of the car and active when it comes to that, not passive. I have a very high steering sensitivity, so
Yeah, so yeah, it looks like you do. Yeah.
if you imagine a 90-degree in-game turn with a steering wheel, that's probably 20-30 degrees for my wheel.
Wow.
So,
I could never do that.
No.
so it's really sensitive, so maybe that's that. People also say I have understeer setups at the moment. So it's just, I think, some kind of combination of timings of my driving style that makes me like work with those setups, get them around the corners in an aggressive way. And I don't mind if the back end steps out a bit. Obviously not as quick as F1 2017 anymore, but still don't mind it too much.
F1 2017, my word, take me back.
Ballas, wasn't it? We had yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, those were the days. Those were the days. But yeah, like on those wheel settings, like have you, like is that something you've only started to look into, like started to change, or like have you been doing that for like a long time and now you're really comfortable with it?
First, at the end of F1 2017, I had the Thrustmaster wheel, and then changed to a Fanatec in May 2018. And since then, I think I never changed the in-wheel steering settings in the Fanatec. Just changed the in-game settings slightly. But that didn't change much. It was always like that. I think it's important that the muscle memory is like really consistent. For that, yeah.
And you mentioned, you mentioned something with setups, and I'm not going to go into too much detail, though you probably don't want to give too much away here.
Oh, go on.
No. Basically, because as you mentioned, you do spend a lot of time practicing for races. How much do you change your setups over the course of like a week leading up to a race? Like, are you constantly adjusting it, or do you like to just stick to one thing? Because with me, I usually just chuck on a setup and then run with it. That's probably why I was a backmarker at D1. But with you, are you constantly looking to see where you can improve and what little adjustments you can make to make you go even faster?
I think I have to explain my whole practicing thingy here as well for the whole week of LOE. I usually
Everyone's taking notes right now.
Yeah, literally so much.
Finding the perfect setup is like cracking a password. You move the slides as much as you can and just make shitloads of different setups. I usually make 6 or 7 setups for the dry, which are different with wings, different with roll bars, suspension settings, differential. Then do quali lapsing Grand Prix mode with each setup, a couple, find an average. Then do the first stint of the race on each setup. Write down tire wear, average lap times, top speed, fastest lap, how it feels, and then go from there and decide which one I take or which one I think I need to tweak a little bit to make it perfect. So yeah, that's my completely stupid way of finding the perfect setup for a race.
I mean, it's not stupid.
Wow.
It's clearly worked for you.
It's stupid if it's a wet race afterwards, yeah.
Do you even bother with a wet setup? I think most top guys don't even bother with wet setups, do they? They always just, unless it's really full wet, most of them just stick with dry setups, don't they?
I have a wet setup, I have an intermediate setup, I have a mixed condition setup, I have a dry setup.
Never mind. I think you definitely are the person who puts in the most practice in league racing. It's definitely in LOE anyway. I thought I practiced a lot, and now after you saying that, I'm shocked. That's ridiculous. So, like, how many hours would you say on average a week you would practice for a league race?
A week, at least average 3 hours a day. So like 20-ish hours per LOE race. Maybe a bit less. 15 to 20 hours, let's say that.
Wow.
Well then, that's a bit so. That's yeah. To be fair, I definitely practice more than you, so I'm happy with that. At least I beat you to something. Something about 7 hours a day. Nah, that's mental. Really, honestly, it works. You can't take it away from. But like people, I do see it sometimes. Like it does annoy me. Like people maybe in the chats or in Twitter, they're like, "Oh, Montana, he's a sweat, yada yada yada." It's like,
It's true.
what do you want? But like, what do they want you to do? Like, not practice? Like, I never really get people's. Some people just don't feel like they have a negative opinion towards you, and I don't really understand why.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a controversial person, but I don't know. But yeah, the sweat thing, I don't know. I don't mind it. I see myself as a sweat sometimes, but if you look at Cristiano Ronaldo, for example, you don't say he's a sweat because he practices much. So yeah,
It's very true.
I don't
That's
know.
very true.
A bit
That's very true.
controversial.
It's like when people say, like, people will say you're only winning because you put so much time in. I don't see how you can really take it as a negative. It's
Yeah.
it's something that's available to you. You have that there for you, and you put the effort in. I don't see any problem with that. If you're putting more effort in, you get more out of it. As simple as that. It goes for anything in life. So, yeah, don't listen to them. It's,
I don't think he does. But yeah, actually, I want to bring up something that's a bit old. I can't remember when this happened. It might have happened like 8 years ago. But that infamous Harry video, I think that's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Where you're just screaming, Harry, and I think you're cursing in German or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I think that I think that would be your forget your wins and your championships. That will be what you'll be remembered for in LOE. Is that race, that video? Just So I'm just saying that, just so you know. I might even put it in here if I can. I'm gonna clip it. Maybe
oh my word.
if I can, I'm gonna put it in here.
It should be the pre-season race of
Season 3.
Yeah.
Silverstone, the first race with Alpha Tricks, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that was such a meme moment, but I take it.
No.
Oh, it's a big meme moment.
I remember watching that, and my first thought was that he sounded exactly like Sebastian Vettel whenever he gets taken out in a race.
For Christ's sake. I get that told so much. Sebastian Vettel, Nico Rosberg.
I'm sorry.
German.
You sound like them though.
Oh, God. I even got renamed to NSX Rosberg on some Discord servers.
Oh my god. That's unreal.
I feel bad now. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I get used to it.
But I think you mentioned earlier your first moment of Formula One, that stuff. Is there? Well, we're probably near the end. To be honest, I can't lie. Unless Dan, do you have anything else?
Not much.
Yeah, I think the guys we've gone through everything. The guys just got so much pedigree. Yeah. So last question, as we usually always end on, which F1 era would you like to race in, and why? And please don't say you're going to win a championship like Mark did in week 1.
Which F1 era? That's a difficult one, you know. Certainly not before 2000, not before the 90s, not before the... probably... not after, I mean. Probably 70s, early 70s.
Okay.
Tyrrell. With Jackie
Ooh.
Stewart kind of thing.
Ah,
I
yeah.
think those were the really good cars where you could just light them and be really quick. And have to try not to die. I think that will be my era, yeah.
And you fancy yourself for a championship against the Jackie Stewart or Emerson Fittipaldi?
Bring it on.
So, I mean, Mark also says 70s, and he said he'd walk it. So if he's walking it, I'd be scared what you do in the 70s.
Well, classic car events. Just saying.
Do you go on TT a lot and use classic cars?
No, but there was once a league with classic cars.
Wait,
With 76 cars.
Wait, there's actually a league with.
There was.
There was. Oh my god.
And we played that so much. We practiced so much for that. And you just had to drive the cars in 5th gear through all the hairpins because the shifting was too slow.
Wow.
Those were the real cars.
Say, look, this how much this man practices. He drives a 1976 F1 car on the game and knows how to drive it.
I think I've driven it. I just didn't know how to.
Mate, I don't know how to drive those classic cars. They're literally just trying to kill you all the time.
It's a fun bit.
Sake. But yeah, I think that rounds it off. Dan, you got anything you'd like to say before we end?
Harry.
Harry. um,
Oh god.
I'll ask Montana one more question because I think we forgot to ask Carmen this last week annoyingly. But where do you think you're going to finish in the championship this season? Of course, first round's this week.
Last. Wait, what? I would say third in the championship, and maybe also I would be happy with the podium in Austria.
Okay. And constructor-wise, do you think you and Daniel will get on?
I think we get second.
Nice.
Okay.
But that's really first because that other team doesn't count. To be honest.
True.
But yeah. Anyway, I think that rounds off the interview for this week. It's been a pleasure having you on, Montana. Hopefully, everyone enjoyed it, and see you boys next week for another interview with another guest. No idea who it's gonna be yet, so tune in to find out. And until then, bye.
Yeah.